And here's what's happening at Utopia Farms today. Full on first cut wrapped. We don't need any more. Nice little lammy you are. This is what we call haymaking weather. To me, I want my ram to look like a man.
We're raking hay today. The hay's been on the ground for 3 days. A lot of hay sitting in this field. 826 bales.
Let's get started. So to start off the day, we've got someone here to replace all those tires on the skid steer that we showed you the other day. So he's going to be working on that. I'm going to be doing chores. And Arnie's going to head to the field to start raking the hay. We're hoping that today we can make dry first cut hay. My hair is getting a little frizzy already because I've been cleaning up the barn, because hopefully our rams from out west are arriving soon and I want them to have a nice clean spot to go to. But anyways, about the hay, why we're trying to make dry hay today is because all this first cut is wrapped. And wrapped hay is extremely expensive to make. And not only that, by next spring, you've seen what happens. It starts to mold and decay. And already, we have more than a normal amount of first cut hay wrapped. Usually we're wrapping more of the second cut and third cut hay. So we're kind of full on first cut wrapped. We don't need any more. So we're really keeping our fingers crossed that the hay in the field is dry enough to make dry hay. Because the nice thing about dry hay is we can stack it under the lean-to so it still stays good. But once it's dry and it's in there, it is good like forever. So even if we can't feed it all, it will still make perfectly good bedding because it will be dry and clean. And you can't make bedding out of wrapped hay because it's wet. You don't want to lie in moisture. You need dry. So that's the whole theory about getting some dry hay in today. Tried again this morning to get the sheep out. Pretty well every Suffolk lamb is still in here. I cannot get them out the door without another person here. But all the Dorsets pretty well went to the pasture. I don't know what the Suffolks are doing. It's extremely frustrating, especially on a hot day. But you can see back there, the Dorsets have got it totally figured out. So I guess Dorsets are smarter than Suffolks. Dorsets that are out there seem to really love it out there. As I came in the ewe-pen to clean their drinkers and do their salt minerals, I discovered Looney. Hi, Looney. We haven't seen you for so long. See, she's only got a few tan markings now on her face and on her legs, but she still has her remarkable personality. Oh my goodness, Looney. What a nice little lammy you are. Of course, Cammie came up too. Hi, Cammie. You're a big girl, but you're still extremely lovely too. Yeah, you are. You're such a big girl. Maybe you can try have twins this year. And this will be Looney's first year having babies. We'll check her eyes while she's here. She's got good color in them still. No signs of any worms. No diarrhea. No white eyes. No swollen jaw. That's what we'd be looking for. And same with you. Let's check your eyes. Oh my goodness, they look pretty good. Pretty good. Hi. Oh my goodness. And we've got Big Betty here. It's always a mobbing when we stop to look at the sheep. Can we? Okay, you're gonna knock me over. And we're trying to look at Big Betty now, guys. There's Big Betty. She's the matriarch. Had a lot lately. You're such a good girl. I gotta get up with the adults. They kind of knock you over because they lean with all their weight into you. Hi, Diva. We got Diva here too. And a whole bunch of other ones. Everyone's looking really good in this pen. There's, I'd say, 3 skinny ewes in here. Older ewes. We'll watch their condition. See if they put it back on. You're always looking for the sheep that aren't like conforming with the group. And when it comes to doing breeding groups, in just over a month now, we'll reassess those skinny ones and see if maybe they're going to be cull ewes. And I see 2 of them right there are red tags. So they're older ones that we probably let through. Oh, and here's the 3rd one. Another red, all old sheep. So in order to have lambing season go really well, you don't want sheep that are destined to give you troubles. And those would be the 3 that I'd be looking at in this group. Otherwise, this group all looks really good considering they've been on pasture all summer. Here's our other friendly in this group, Potlucks. Hi, sweetheart. You're lovely. I know you are. You're really lovely. Come here then. Oh my goodness. No? You came over. You came over. Not now because all the others are running. What about you? Hi, how you doing? You're not a friendly one. Girls were out earlier, and like I've said in all our videos lately, once the heat starts, these girls don't want to go out at all. And you guys are supposed to get sheared in a couple of days. You'll feel a lot better then. And once these girls get sheared off, they'll join the other ewes that are sheared off. Right now we've got them separate just to make it easier for when Jacob arrives, so we can just run them over to the shearing barn and get them done, and then we'll take down the gates. We've got 2 ewes in here that were in the other group that are shorn off there, 2 Suffolks. They were limping, they've been treated. They look better now, but we'll just leave them here until we're done shearing, and then, like I say, this will be all one group at that point. We had no bottle babies from this group except for one group of triplets, and they were bottle babies because they were triplets, and it just so happens that their mom was the one with half an udder. We made the decision to keep her because she's a pet and throws really good lambs. Normally we don't do that. She's got half an udder, but she's okay. We recognize her. We know when she has lambs that she's going to need assistance. Normally she can feed like 2 lambs on 1/4. She's a good milker, but this year she had triplets, so we had to supplement. But when we do the shearing, we'll take a close look at them to see if any of them, look like they've developed mastitis or have anything wrong with them that would make them a cull animal. But as far as I know right now, everybody's good in this group. The problem I have doing chores today is that I'm sweating because I'm doing extra work, because we should be having visitors from Alberta soon, so I want everything to be kind of like done. So I'm doing extra cleaning and stuff, just so on the day they're here I can spend time with them and not be in the barn trying to get things done. And as a result, I'm sweating. It's very humid and hot again, as I've been saying for a while now. But the sweat is dripping in my eyes, and my hands are dirty, and I can't rub my eyes, and it's just burning. Oh my goodness. While we're here, I noticed Cupcake. Hi Cupcake, how you doing? Yeah, you chewing your cud? It's kind of hot. You're gonna get a shearing real soon. Let's look at the camera. There we go. There. This is the new paddock. And as in the other pastures, the majority of the sheep out here are Dorsets. However, this is the one where the most Suffolks go because this is a good pasture and some of them have figured that out. But if you look indoors, and some just ran past me, I think all but one is a Suffolk. I don't know what that is. Like maybe the Suffolks feel the heat more because of the black. I don't know. But they definitely are the most likely to come in from pasture first. And like I said yesterday, if we weren't working, it's actually a beautiful day today. We've got a slight breeze, as you can see with the willow tree. The temperature is high 20s Celsius. I don't know what that is. That's in the 80s, I guess. But the breeze is making it bearable if you're just sitting out here doing nothing. If you had a swimming pool or were on a beach, this would be fantastic weather. This is what we call haymaking weather. You want heat and sunshine and wind. That's the ideal conditions for making dry hay or any type of hay. Because it helps the hay cure quicker, dry up quicker so that you can bale it. And I spoke too soon. We had a bunch of Suffolks decided to come out to join us here. One's going in, but we got 6 out, so the balance is for coming out. Hi. As you can see, I've been chopping some wool away. And you're lovely too. Hi there. My goodness. Moses, how are you doing? I still have yet to do the rundown on who was our in this group, but so I won't give it away. I'm going to focus on that for the discussion. Hi, sweetheart. You're just lovely. Aren't you beautiful? It's a hot day. Hi, buddy. Hi, you got to eat. You do. Hi. Hello. Who are you? Yeah, you're someone very handsome still. Yeah. And you. Hi there. We know who you are. You're Macho Man. Yeah, you are. Hi. All you guys are being really polite. So we give you a nice pet for being such wonderful rams. Yes. I just love Moses' head. This one, he's a nice ram, nice body, nice conformation, but his head is just a little more feminine. Moses, he's got a big bruiser head. And some people don't like the big bruiser heads. Macho's got a bruiser head too. Tends to be more of a British trait, British Suffolk trait. But to me, I want my ram to look like a man. And you'll be happy about that. Nice new tires. I don't even want to know what they cost. 4 tires. I imagine it's another highly expensive bill. Gotta pay it. There's weeding around the front barn here. And in the weeds, growing along the wall, was a tomato plant with flowers on it. Like, tomato plants don't overwinter in Ontario, Canada. But this one does. So it came loose when I was weeding, so I tossed a bit of soil back in with it, and we'll see what it does. A wild tomato.
So we're raking hay today. The hay's been on the ground for 3 days. Supposed to be raining tomorrow. So I'm just going to show you the hay. It looks really good color. And the hay is quite dry, crackling. There's a little bit of a green tint to it, maybe. So what's going to happen now is we're going to let it dry for about 2-3 hours in that row, and hopefully we have it baled up by tonight. But it looks like extremely good hay. Really, really nice hay. You can hear it crackling. So there's a lot of hay sitting in this field. And you can see on this side here, the second cut coming on already. That's how moist the ground is. We've had so much rain that the ground's full of moisture. And yeah, it's a little hard to dry this hay. So this is straight alfalfa right here, and you can see this is the problem here. That's a little bit tough right there. It's just that one spot, so I'm hoping in 2-3 hours it'll dry out quite well, and we'll hopefully bale it. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. But on top of the hill, the hay is really dry, so it should do fine. So I'm almost done. I'm going to just finish up a little bit, and I'm going home and have some lunch. I got some dry hay at home I can start baling, and hopefully in about 3 hours we'll come to this field, and with any kind of luck it'll be dry enough, dust coming from the baler, and we'll get it baled. So we got brand new skins. They look pretty good. I think it's been about 6 years since we put the other ones on. Wore them off, and I had a guy in this morning put them on for me. They look good. So hopefully that turns out well. And I think I'm going to have a little lunch right now and see where Lynn is. So we got the hay done. Well, I'm actually not done. I actually have one more row of hay. I shouldn't talk so loud and probably break down before I get the last 5 bales made. But anyways, yeah, we're done. And so all these bales here will probably all be fed to the dry ewes when they go dry. We'll feed this to get them to dry off a little bit. It's probably way better hay than what they should have for drying off. I'll show you what it looks like. And it's actually pretty nice hay. Pretty happy with it. So got it off. It's supposed to be showers. Today's Monday, and it's supposed to shower on Thursday. So I'll just show you what I did here. I just probed the bale. We have our own have a probe here, and I'm just going to press. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to press the check button. That tells me the battery's good, and I'm just going to press the moisture, and it'll barely move. So that hay should not even act up at all. Should be perfect. So I'm really happy with that. And almost done here right now. So I'm going to set this right here for a second. So what we do here is, remember my mower is a 13-foot cut. So we rake 2 together. So it's 26 feet of hay in one swath. And I'm going to guess that's about 2 feet high. And you can see how wide that is. And the reason why I do that, if I could get away with it, because when I'm baling the hay, see the front of that tractor? It's got a pretty good wheelbase on it. So when I bale hay, I don't have to stagger that baler back and forth to make a good square bale. I basically just have to drive straight over that hay. Makes a perfect bale. Yeah, that's it's real nice hay actually. So you can see the bales, they're quite square. And when I say stagger them back and forth, if you're this swath of hay here, I just finished the field off. It's only 13-foot cut, so you'll have to go back and forth a little bit to make the bale nice and even. If you know how to make round bales, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know how to make a round bale, you probably say I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's an indicator right up there. And those two little lines should be kept even, and that makes sure there's a good square bale. But since, see, it's hard to pick it out. See how thick that hay is? And you see the hay is basically taking the whole input of the 4 foot. So just drive straight down the row of hay, makes a perfect bale. The only problem with that is, if you don't rake perfectly, you can have a little bit of hay left. But you see there's hardly nothing left there. And you can see over the field, I pretty well got it all picked up. And you can see the bale. See the bale? It's actually very square. So it's pretty easy baling. So I like the little baler. I call it a little baler because it is a little baler. It's gotta be 20 years old for sure. It's been a real good little baler to me. When we started round baling, we were just making a few hundred round bales, and I didn't really feel that I needed a real high-end baler. So I bought the cheapest baler on the market. This is a 4-foot baler. The only problem with a 4-foot baler is if the bale tells you it's full and it's 4 foot or 2 inches more than 4 foot, you better stop because she'll plug that baler up. That's the only problem with this baler. If this baler doesn't last and I do flip this baler, I'm going to buy a 5-foot baler. A 5-foot baler, I think, is a little bit better quality of a baler. I don't want 5-foot bales. I still want the 4-foot bales. But the 5-foot bale, you can just turn it down and make 4-foot bales. And I find the 5-foot baler is a lot stronger baler. So the only real thing, I love this baler because there's no technology on it. And I find technology is great when it's working, and when it's not working, it's just mayhem. But what I hate about this baler is I wish I had a 5-foot pickup on the bottom. So this is a 4-foot pickup. Does quite a good job, but you have to rake perfectly. So if someone wants to buy a used baler, the only thing I can tell you to really look out for, buy the 5-foot pickup. That means if there's any hay that's kicked off to the side, it'll pick it all up. Highly recommend a 5-foot pickup. So you can see the hay underneath that tractor. See, it just, so we rake them double, like I said. And it's a pretty big swath of hay. But anyways, done enough talking. And I shouldn't tell you I was done because I'm not done, but I will be done in a few minutes. And I'm gonna go home. So I guess I'll talk to you shortly. So 826 bales, and the first cut's done. So second cut I think is about 2 weeks away. And we'll probably, with second and third cut, we'll probably make another 600 to 700 bales, 600, 700 bales yet to go. So I'm just on my way home now. Gonna watch the traffic here a little bit. My neighbor's corn looks pretty good. sounding pretty good. That's not my corn, that's my neighbor's. So I guess I'll be talking to you shortly.
Arnie's out in the barn doing chores. I'm just cleaning the house. Came outside to bid you goodbye. And I'm hoping you can see him. I don't know how obvious they are, but we've got hundreds and hundreds of fireflies out here. And bats. As the sun goes down for yet another day, we're going to bid you goodbye and hope you join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Utopia Farms. Bye for now.